Go to court 1, where Patrick Rafter and Andre Agassi are involved in an intriguing match. Agassi off his surprising win in Paris, the French Open champion, and Patrick Rafter, the two-time U.S. Open champion. Contrast in styles. Rafter loves to attack. Agassi bangs away from the baseline. This is Dick Enberg with John McEnroe. Chris Everett, Bud Collins, and Tim Ryan will be joining us later.
Well, this should be a highly entertaining match for the very reasons you just stated. Agassi likes to be at the baseline. Rafter loves to attack.
15.
Andre's last tournament, by the way, tournament loss that is, was to Patrick Rafter on clay in Rome. Take a look at Andre's singles record this year. Yet to lose on grass. This is his only event he's played on grass. No two notes for Andre. Not necessary for him.
Head-to-head, Agassi leads 5-3, although Rafter has won 3 of their last 4 meetings.
You're going to see a lot of that today. Agassi likes to stand in close to the second serve, cut off this ball before it gets up too high on him. So look how far inside the baseline he has returned Rafter's second serve. There's that great volleying technique from Rafter. Probably the biggest win of his career came a couple years ago in the U.S. Open when he beat Agassi in the 16s, gave him the confidence to win the first of 2 straight U.S. Opens. Should be mentioned that this is by far Patrick Rafter's best ever Wimbledon result. Semifinals, got to the round of 16 3 straight times, but this is the first time really up there with the big boys, playing like he believes he can win it.
So we're underway. Rafter holds the semifinals of Wimbledon.
You thought we only made cars.
We should point out that whoever wins this match will become #1 in the world. Even if Sampras should go on and win the title, he would be #2. Rafter's 26 from Melbourne, makes a home in Bermuda, and is a solid grass player. As you can see, 11-1.
Well, he's finally coming to his own, Dick. He's really struggled, surprisingly, with his all-court game. Serve volley, the best volleyer in the business. Didn't like the way he moved, but he's finally figured it out now.
Andre Agassi, his 9th Wimbledon. He was the champion here, his first of his 4 Grand Slam titles in 1992.
Well, you're going to see a lot of this today. Rafter looking to get to net. Agassi with the big passing shots. He needs to be aggressive. I'm talking about Agassi. Don't let Rafter dictate play. That's the mistake he made in Rome. However, having said that, I don't think Rafter's going to win a whole lot of baseline valleys.
Live from Wimbledon, as we will be tomorrow, breakfast at Wimbledon featuring both men's and ladies finals beginning at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, 6 on the West Coast. Pleased you're with us. 4 hours of coverage of the semifinals today. And the first double full to 30-15.
The other thing that Andre wants to stay away from is just trying to guide that first serve in, because he knows Rafter's going to attack the second. Brad Gilbert expressing some concern that he's really not putting much on the first serve. There he gets the freebie. The more free points he can get. Here's Brad. Been with Andre over 5 years now. It's done a great job for Andre. The more easy points he can get, the tougher he'll be down the stretch, because he'll be able to go after the return even more.
Agassi. They're 1-all. Their 9th meeting. In '93, they met in the 3rd round here at Wimbledon, and Agassi in 4 sets.
I think the court favors Agassi. The court plays firmer. At least the players have been saying that. Court 1, it's got a higher bounce, and that clearly will help Andre's chances today against Rafter. The other semi being played on center court. He'll afford to miss volleys like that. That's usually quite easy for Patrick Rafter.
Rafter wearing that zinc sun protector.
Thinking of the future, because it's not particularly hot. There have been patches of sun, but hasn't been a real problem today so far. What will be a problem is if he misses a lot of first serves.
Not much breeze today. Players appreciate that. Temperature around 70. Saw the sharp action of Rafter's second serve as he kicked it high. 15-all.
He clearly needs to do that against the world's best returner. He would also love to get some free points off that first serve, take some pressure off himself. He's got a fairly upright motion. He doesn't get as much zip as his countryman Mark Philippoussis and others, but it's his volleying that saves him in the end. Although he's missed 2 relatively easy backhand volleys in this game already. Got too cute with this drop volley and never really looked like it was even going to go in.
So 1-all, 30-all early.
Good idea, Patrick says. Just play it safe, play it right down the middle. Andre guesses wrong. 40-30. That's about as hard as Rafter will hit a serve as well. 118. That's good pace for him.
Game Rafter. Rafter holds 2-1, opening set.
Why do I have Aflac insurance on top of my regular health insurance? Because he has his mother's eyes. Because I still have to teach him to whistle. And because Aflac helps cover what other insurance doesn't. If I'm injured, Aflac even provides cash to help pay bills. So why do I have Aflac? Did I mention he has his mother's eyes? Aflac supplemental insurance. Without it, no insurance is complete.
In a situation like this, there are certain things you could use. Sometimes the thing needed most is really quite simple. To find it, 4 out of 5 of the world's largest companies turn to CompuWare. What do you need most? CompuWare, people and software for business applications.
On the ivy-covered center court walls, the Rolex official clock of Wimbledon, measuring 12 minutes past 2 in the afternoon. Court 1, 11,500 adjacent to center court. They have Rolexes here too. As Agassi serves 1-2, low 15.
As you'll watch this match, you'll see Agassi is not a serve volley player. He stays back on both first and second serves, maybe an occasional First serve foray into the net. Misses the forehand there. Love 15. Well, this is exactly the type of point Agassi wants to play. Dictate play from the baseline. Forces Rafter to try to come up with something that he's not real good at. That is not his strong suit, the passing shots on either side. Agassi once again showing some solid volleying.
John McEnroe, we should point out that Rafter has had a rough trip through this Wimbledon, playing tough opponents. The Swedes, Bjorkman and Enquist, beat Becker in the 4th round. Todd Martin, a tough 4-set match yesterday, 3 of those tie breaks, and at times has appeared to be cramping. He's pulled out the doubles.
That's right inside the line. Agassi is so full of confidence. We'll take a look at Patrick's road. Easy against the Italian karate. Bjorkman, tight 4-setter, got through with 6-2 in the 4th. Enquist, no real trouble, dominated Becker. That was by far Todd Martin last round, the toughest match that he had in this event.
Martin, the 8th seed. 40-30 on the winning return from Rafter. Agassi, meanwhile, has had fairly little resistance to the quarterfinals. He beat Gustavo Kuerten, the 11th seed, yesterday. Agassi with an ace. It's 2-all.
Well, the day Rafter beat Becker, he went back here, took a look at Agassi's results quickly. Andre Pavel, no problem there. Entertaining match against Canas. Slight hiccup against Martin. Arthurs had a nasty serve, at least the first couple sets, and he cruised through Kuerten yesterday in the quarters. I was saying Rafter had to play a 5-set doubles where he was cramping the day he played Becker, so he was lucky that it rained the next day. He looked like he was starting to lose it physically against Todd Martin. He was a little fortunate that Todd unfortunately injured his ankle late in that match. Well, it'd be interesting to see as this match progresses how Rafter physically holds up.
He's actually been on court more than 10 hours more than Agassi in the fortnight because of his singles and doubles play.
His problem in the past is that he's gotten so nervous that the cramps have come on. Not so much that he's not in great shape, because he is in excellent physical condition. He's not going to miss a lot of those high forehand volleys. His problem is maintaining a sense of composure, not getting himself too worked up, so those big muscles don't start tightening up on him.
Easy game for Rafter. Rafter Agassi on serve.
Hello, Ms. Gruber. Can I interest you in some wonderful opportunities in the stock, Ms. Gruber?
It's time for E-Trade, the #1 place to invest online.
Welcome back. No way of measuring the impact of Andre Agassi's amazing win in Paris to complete his Grand Slam package. It certainly has been a tremendous boost to tennis worldwide. So many fans of Agassi pleased, excited by his French Open success. energized the men's game coming to Wimbledon. You can feel it.
15.
As Agassi becomes only the 5th man to win all 4 of the tennis majors. Budge, Emerson, Laver, Perry. How about that for elite company? Hall of Fame stuff.
Rafter has to remember, hit your shot before you start moving into the net. You have to hesitate, hit the stroke, then keep the momentum forward. Rafter missing that well wide. Not sure what that little discussion was about, but back playing at 15 love. Rafter still trying to get his feel here. He's floated a number of backhands long already. Neither player really in the flow of the match yet. Nerves clearly playing a factor. I mean, this is certainly Rafter's biggest match ever at Wimbledon. Agassi trying to duplicate Bjorn Borg's feat in 1980, winning the French and Wimbledon the same year. So these guys are definitely feeling it right now. Agassi will make that all day. There's no pace and no real depth. He had plenty of time to see Rafter trying to run in once again. He's got that racket back nice and early. He knows he can go cross court. He sees Rafter moving, so he just guides it up the line for a winner. And those occasional forays into the net with serve eyes usually come when he's up 40 love or perhaps down 40 love. Surprise tactics. He didn't look ready at all to hit that half volley.
Game Agassi.
And an ace again on game point. It's 3-all. A reminder for up-to-the-minute scores and stats, visit the official Wimbledon website, www.wimbledon.org. And IBM eBusiness. No breaks in this opening set. Rafter serves 3-all. Blistering return from Agassi.
Once again, I know I sound like a broken record, but very few guys can take the ball as early as he did, put as much pace on it, and force the best volleyer in the game to look mediocre there, missing it well long. And he gets the line there, outside perhaps, bottom line in love 30, and once again, he's inside the baseline returning this serve. That was a close call. Got the benefit.
Opening for Agassi at love 30.
15-30.
Right smack on the line up the middle. No chance for Andre there.
Both men at the high end will serve in the 120s. 138, the fastest serve of Wimbledon this fortnight. Rosetsky of Great Britain.
30
Back-to-back aces to 30-all.
Well, that's the lowest part of the net, so you get the most pace going straight up the middle, the easiest angle to get some power. Once again, Rafter's pumped up because he doesn't normally serve this hard. Of course, realizing he's playing Agassi, he's putting a little bit extra on it. Danger is your first serve percentage drops. When his toss is too low, trying to hit that serve, that's what happened. Goes well wide.
Into the body, 40-30.
That's the type of shot Andre'd like back, because that's a very makeable forehand return for him. That's like Sampras coming up and hitting a second serve ace. For Agassi, that's his bread and butter right there.
Game Rafter.
4-3, opening set.
announcing the world of Wimbledon. Join us as we relive the memorable moments from the world's greatest tennis tournament. Call 1-800-599-7799. Get ready as we go through the A to Z of what makes Wimbledon so special. With P for the passion, G for the genius, and E for the ecstasy. See it all in the world of Wimbledon. Call 1-800-599-7799. Catch your idols on center stage with tennis that you have never seen before. It's all in the world of Wimbledon. Also available, the Navratilova and Evert match of 1978 and this year's Wimbledon official film. Pay only $19.95 each, plus shipping and handling. Buy 2 of any of these thrill-packed videos and get the 3rd absolutely free. Own a piece of tennis history now. Call 1-800-599-7799.
And welcome back to the All England Club. And here's a look at our Aflac trivia question. As John already pointed out, Bjorn Borg, the last to win both French and Wimbledon the same year. Who was the last man to reach the finals of the French and Wimbledon in the same year? Last man. We'll give you the answer after the next break. Agassi serves 3-4.
He's such a tremendous open court player, coming up with angles that people only dream about. Rafter hits what he thinks is at least a reasonable return and gets to watch the forehand go by him. Rafter has to be on the alert. Guys don't, most human beings don't hit the ball so early and so firmly. Once again, Andre hurting Rafter from the baseline, or really about 4 feet inside it. If he could just get a little bit more depth, he'd be a lot better off, Patrick Rafter, off that return.
And off the second serve, 40 love. Agassi is 3 years older than Rafter at 29. Appearing in his 9th Wimbledon. And looking for his 30th win. He's only lost 7 times.
Second serve.
When Andre won this championship in '92. He beat Becker in the quarters, McEnroe in the semis, Ivanisevic in the finals.
Game Agassi.
And another solid service game from Andre Agassi. 4-all.
4 games in.
Here's Rafter's Grand Slam history.
It all came around for him, the match I mentioned, the 1997 round of 16 match against Andre Agassi. Once he got through that, suddenly got a lot more confident, went on to win the first of 2 straight U.S. Opens, and it's become a real threat to win here. He's also showed some good clay court prowess. That semifinal result a couple years back and getting to the finals at Rome just before the French, beating Agassi among others to get there.
The last Australian man to win here was 12 years ago, Pat Cash. The Aussies have won Wimbledon 20 times total.
30-love.
Wish Pat Cash the best. Just underwent arthroscopic surgery where he's going to be out, and admittedly just the seniors tour, for 6 to 8 months. And it appears that Mark Philippoussis is going to have to undergo arthroscopic surgery as well.
I understand Philippoussis, injured yesterday in the match with Pete Sampras, will go to New York for a arthroscopic surgery on Tuesday and will now miss the Davis Cup. Aussies against the U.S.
30-15.
Double fault from Rafter, 30-15.
Get ready for Leighton Hewitt, the youngster, the 18-year-old who lost to Becker. Will be more effective and dangerous on a hard court surface. Probably will play singles for Australia now, along with Patrick Rafter. Watch this preparation because it's perfect. He doesn't take the racket back, but he's got it back nice and early and just flicks that topspin lob. Well disguised by Andre Agassi there.
What execution. 30-all.
Man. That was even better than he had hoped for.
40-30.
That's when you go back if you're Ag and say, well, I hit it pretty darn well, and he's not going to be able to keep doing that.
This low angle will give you an appreciation of having the racket in your hand and see this kicker from Rafter coming.
Game Rafter.
Apparently heading toward a first set tiebreak.
Why do I have Aflac insurance on top of my regular health insurance? Because she throws like a boy and dances like an angel. Because we've shared the same heartbeat. And because Aflac helps cover what other insurance doesn't. If I'm sick, Aflac even provides cash to help pay bills. So why do I have Aflac? Because I have her. Aflac supplemental insurance. Without it, no insurance is complete.
After I got the diagnosis, I had a million questions, most of which I didn't think to ask when I was on the phone with my doctor. I knew when I got home and got access to my computer that night that I'd log on to iVillage, and I got right into the chat room and I started talking about my diagnosis. Somebody immediately got on the line and said, oh, I did this. You realize right away you're not alone.
iVillage.com. Real solutions for women.
Welcome back to the All England Club, and here's the answer to our Aflac trivia question. The last man to reach the finals of both the French and Wimbledon in the same year was Jim Courier, the American, in 1993. Courier lost in Paris to Sergi Bruguera, and here at Wimbledon on the 4th of July, he was beaten by Pete Sampras in the final. First of 5 Sampras Wimbledon titles. Both Agassi and Sampras today in the semifinals, hoping to bring the U.S. representation in the 4th of July final tomorrow.
Once again, Agassi dictating play from the baseline, eventually coming in on a solid volley. Rafter nowhere near that passing shot. He's going to have to put a little bit more on it than he did that point to hurt Agassi, that's for sure. Agassi over anxious there, hitting the forehand long. One of the rare times you saw him not totally ready to hit it. Footwork a little late there. He's clearly decided he's going to approach right up the middle of the court, not give Agassi the angle, and it's paid off that point.
15-30.
We haven't had a break point the entire set, so 15-30 represents hope for Rafter.
And he did a great job at that volley. Agassi looking to just get it in a defensive lob. Wynn taking it well long. He's only 2 points from this first set.
And Agassi having some problems with his first serve in this game.
Oh. He hesitated before he came in, which allowed Rafter to see that angle Knew he didn't have to hit a major pass, just a good solid one, and the court was wide open for him. 2 set points for the Aussie.
First break points of the entire set. And another second serve.
I'm surprised he didn't try to chip charge on the second, make Agassi at the pass. Instead, he let Agassi dictate play. Where eventually he had an easy overhead. He's got one of the best overheads, forehand and backhand overheads in the game. There's no problem with that. Still, one more set point. Be very surprised if he doesn't come in on a second serve if he gets another one.
That time Agassi was a step closer to the net. The hole wasn't quite as big for that cross court.
Exactly, Dick. He committed to the shot and moved forward immediately. No angle. Rafter well wide.
2 set points saved. And now a point for 5-all.
Should have done it in reverse. Put the pressure on the first time around. Instead, he was feeling pressure at deuce, and he bricked that forehand approach. Well done by Agassi, though, to get back in this game. Point for 5-all, first set.
Agassi recovers from 15-40. It's 5-all. A reminder to log on to msnbcsports.com for a comprehensive tennis subsection entitled NBC Sports at Wimbledon. Access the latest scores and player interviews from the Wimbledon channel. Plus check out Chris Everett's commentary in the women's final and Bud Collins' preview of the men's final. msnbcsports.com, the official website of NBC Sports. Rafter to serve at 5-all.
Didn't miss that by much, but that is an awful tough shot to come up with here. Agassi once again with that flick topspin lob was excellent shot. Rafter just wide. I think Agassi thought that return was long. Still hit a pretty good one. Rafter working his way closer and closer to the net, and eventually knocking it off.
He is a wonderful study at the net, isn't he?
Because if you notice, as soon as he hits his stroke and comes down, he gets right back in position. That's exactly what you want to do, to hit the next one.
Couldn't be closer this opening set at 5-all, 15-all.
Not surprising there, Rafter, and a lot more than Andre. And that trend will continue.
13-15.
But we should point out, John McEnroe, for those who haven't been watching NBC Sports coverage during this entire week, that Agassi, as he did in the French Open, has picked his spots to come to the net, and it's been a matter of winning some critical points for Andre.
14-15.
But more often than we've seen at least the last few years at Wimbledon, and he has come to net when necessary. He's got to be confident after what happened in Paris, how successful he was there, and a couple of critical matches. Moya, Medvedev, just to name a couple.
Agassi not taking any chances on that ball dropping.
That's what I was just about to say. Why bother if you have an open court and you hit the ball as well as Andre? Just knock it off for a winner.
For the first time in the set, Agassi has Rafter a deuce.
Yeah, also for the first time had him stay back on his first serve, so that's got to bring a surge of confidence to Agassi.
Thank you.
As if he needed more confidence.
Sorry from Rafter on the bad toss. Certainly one of the most polite sportsmen on the tour. Won the award, in fact, 2 years ago. The Edberg Award is the symbol of sportsmanship. He and Martin yesterday could have called their own lines. They were.
That's very true. They take turns winning that award.
That's second serve. Advantage Agassi.
And with a double fault, Agassi has his first break point.
It happens so often. You're down a couple set points. You breathe a sigh of relief to get out of it. Your opponent tightens up a little because he thinks he should have won the first set. Now Agassi with the break point chance. Try to serve this one out if he can win this point. There it is.
Andre Agassi takes the lead. 6-5 in the opening set.
It's another beautiful day.
I'm walking on sunshine.
Don't lose it to seasonal allergies. Take control.
And don't it feel good?
Talk to your doctor about Claritin. Just one Claritin tablet daily brings you 24 hours of non-drowsy relief from seasonal allergy symptoms. Claritin has a low occurrence of side effects such as headache, drowsiness, fatigue, and dry mouth, similar to sugar pills.
Walking on sunshine.
Don't lose a single day. Take clear control. Take Claritin.
The Championships, Wimbledon, brought to you by Honda, a winning lineup of fine quality automobiles, motorcycles, and power equipment. By Aflac, insuring over 40 million people worldwide. By CompuWare, people and software for business applications. What do you need most? And by Nike.
Welcome back to Wimbledon's #2 show court. Court number 1, here are the match statistics, John.
Well, things were looking good for Rafter until he got those 2 set points. He's had a good first serve percentage, making more winners, although he's had quite a few unforced errors, particularly that last game. And his confidence has definitely dipped. The 2 set points up, he turns around, finds himself needing to break Andre to stay in this first set. He tries to topspin lob, but he doesn't have the confidence level Agassi has with that shot. He is nowhere near as effective from the baseline than good old Andre. Andre's continuing to have some nice zip on that serve at 123. He's pumped up.
30 love.
Must be hearing you, John. On cue. The ace for Agassi. He's 2 points from the set.
And I've said this before throughout this tournament, mix up the pace as well. He took something off it there, got it in nicely placed. He's 2 points from the first set. Careless mistake from Agassi there. Pulled up way too soon on that forehand, not surprisingly dumped it in the net. Smart play. He saw Rafter a little sluggish sluggishly moving to that backhand return. As soon as he saw that he was that far out of court, in he came. Wide open forehand volley winner.
2 set points now for Agassi after he had denied Rafter 2 set points at 4-5. Agassi 7-5 owns the first set as he continues his high-level superb play.
Well, he had a poor service game the last game, got a little lucky. This time he had an excellent service game. Once again moving into the net, and he's not going to miss this. A gimme for Agassi there. 1 set gone, 2 to go.
And the man who wrote Winning Ugly, Brad Gilbert, said that was winning prettily. No, he doesn't have that in his vocabulary. He knew how to win, even though he didn't have the biggest shots.
Talk about a competitor. Definitely fought to the bitter end. And that's clearly helped Andre over the years. Compete better and better. That you don't have to look great every time you win. Even if you play bad and win, that's still good enough.
15 all. We should point out that for just as Rafter having his best ever Wimbledon, for Agassi it's been a while since he succeeded here. 96 he lost in the first round, didn't compete in 97. He lost in the second round last year to Tommy Haas. Agassi looking for his 30th Wimbledon singles win after his surprise championship 92 season. But it hasn't been all that bright for him recently until this year.
Ball was in. Agassi moving superbly. Because Rafter hit an amazing shot here just to get that ball back, and look where he hit it. Agassi sneaks in with the one-hander, showing some excellent quickness. He's got a... Was that called in or out? Maybe it was called out.
30 all.
Yes, it was. So much for a great backhand. It was a heck of a try. That is a great backhand. That's one shot that Andre knows he can take advantage of, is the Rafter's second serve. He kicks up, and Agassi likes that ball right up at shoulder height.
And an early break point here in the second set. Quickly erased on that ace from Rafter, his 5th.
That was like a second serve, but it's more effective when you hit as a first serve. There's only 92. That's about as hard as he hits a second serve, but Andre's expecting at least 20 miles an hour more. Threw the curveball at him.
Oh!
That forehand volley.
The critical thing was here, he kept the racket in front of him and just used Agassi's pace. He's got that racket right there. Meets it and times it just right and made it look easy. He turns around and just dumps one in the middle of the net. I don't feel that Rafter's got the same confidence level that Agassi does. He's not playing with a lot of confidence right now. And this is where Andre, I guarantee you, senses that and is looking for an early break. Get right on top of him here in the second set. That's just too good, though. Fabulous volley.
Off a good return.
Yes, it sure was. That's when you just have to change side and say too good.
Game point now for the man from Queensland, Australia. Late call.
Patrick knew it was out. He was hoping to get a little break there. Didn't. But that was well wide. Well, not well wide, but a little bit wide. why he wanted that first serve. Agassi is so dominant off second serve returns.
It's the longest game of the match, third deuce.
He's 4 feet inside the baseline, taking that ball on the rise.
But Agassi leaning to his left.
Where do you go if you're serving against Andre Agassi? I mean, he's just, there's no weakness in the return. None at all. Just I hope he's leaning the wrong way like he was there.
The Rafter survives a break point to open the second set. Agassi took the first.
Only West Channel 2 puts you in the driver's seat and buckles you up for the fastest, longest, ultimate thrill ride. The new Test Track only at Epcot. Send a postcard with your name, address, and phone number to Test Track at this address. 2 winners will receive grand prize packages consisting of 4 tickets to Epcot and accompanying rides with News Channel 2 sports director Mark Middleton, as well as dinner for 4 with Mark at one of Epcot's World Showcase restaurants. Do you have what it takes?
It's 99 and it's incredibly hot. The one price, one weekend sale at Recreational Factory Warehouse. Pools, $99. Pool liners, filters, and pumps, $99. Ladders, pool cleaners, pool covers, even complete installation, amazingly, just $99. The one price, one weekend sale. This weekend at Recreational Factory Warehouse. Orlando, Melbourne, and Port Orange.
Live traffic reports every morning with Denise Cullen on News Channel 2.
We're back with the semifinals of this 1999 Wimbledon Championship. #1 also at stake, but that's not the major motivation. The winner of this match will be the #1 at week's end.
Too much power once again from the Andre Agassi racket. I mean, it is phenomenal how much power he generates with such a short backswing. This should be a lesson for all players. You don't need the big backswing. Totally unnecessary. His timing is fabulous.
Caught the corner.
This one appeared like it was going to go out, but no. Agassi knew all along it was going to drop in. Lines that overhead up. Rafter's there, but he's in not a good position to come up with a big shot. I mean, he makes it look so easy. And I guess it is easy for him. See, not a hard serve, but well placed. Wide open court. 40 love.
Game. And his 5th ace. 1-all.
He is having a good serving day. I mean, he's winning some free points. He's definitely confused Rafter.
Again, we on the #1 issue, Sampras, even though he's #1 now, the 270th week he's been #1. That ties Ivan Lendl all time. He won't hold #1 even if he wins Wimbledon again.
Committed to that too late. I don't think that's what these guys are worried about right now, to be perfectly honest. They'll take that Wimbledon title. The players are interested in who's #1 at the end of the year, after the majors have been played. That's when it really matters. Not that it's not nice in July 4th or 5th. But a lot more meaningful at the end of the year.
And Sampras has held that #1 ranking the last 6 seasons.
Surprise there. Agassi right with Rafter. Neither known as huge servers. Rafter clearly better serve. Agassi's going to get there. What a point. Well improvised by the Aussie. This is where he was lucky that it went in. Agassi hit a pretty nice knife-like backhand. Little ballet move from Rafter there.
Ladle shot.
That's the worst return he's hit today. Completely fooled. Boy, this
game, Rafter.
On serve in the second, Agassi owns the opening set.
Have I been a good husband? Have I taught my children the right things? And have I learned from what they've taught me?
We each measure success in our own way. Now Dean Witter and Morgan Stanley have joined to provide a world of investment advice on a personal level.
Have I done the best I could? Yes, I believe I have.
Morgan Stanley, Dean Witter. We measure success one investor at a time.
I'm an engineer. Now, to do my job the way it needs to be done means I need the right tools. I needed notebook computers preloaded with a powerful, easy-to-use, reliable business operating system. So I called Dell. Dell pre-installed Windows NT Workstation on custom-built Latitude notebooks. Dell pioneered this direct way, which has made my life easier.
Be direct. Dell. Dell notebooks use Intel Pentium 2 processors.
4 weekends ago, Stade Roland Garros, Andre Agassi, who lost the first 2 sets to Andre Medvedev, but then an incredible comeback as Agassi completes his Grand Slam package and comes to Wimbledon buoyed with confidence. He's won the first set. And Rafter chastising himself. Come on, mate.
15.
You must, I repeat, hit your shot. You're not going to succeed a whole lot if you're running through the return like he did there. Commit to hitting the shot, then move forward. He's not going to hit a whole lot of winners, outright winners off the return. I guarantee you that. Way off there. Agassi's had a relatively easy time, except for those 2 set points on his serve. His confidence, if this is possible, even higher. Rafter working harder on his serve. There's another easy point, 40 love.
40.
So accurate and so powerful from the baseline. Agassi dictating play.
Agassi, new ball,
He lifted the leg, the drop volley winner.
40 love, he serves at volleys.
You don't see that too often. See these two-handers like Rios Chang try that shot from the baseline. It worked. Agassi now, it appears, custom J stringer, new balls, new racket.
We saw him do that yesterday. New balls put into play. Then he goes with a fresh bat. 2-all. Second set.
A la Sampras and Lendl, to name a few. Clock that. And he's moving forward. Rafter thinks he's hit a reasonably good serve into the body, and Agassi just destroys the return.
That's for serve.
See how good his hand-eye is? He caught that ball.
9-0 backhand winners.
Not a big surprise that he's dominating, but Rafter like to get on the board at least. There's a big serve, one of the biggest he's hit today, and he needed it.
15.
Yeah. When he forces Rafter to hit up, get that good low return, it just opens the door for him. Rafter left that down the line wide open. Agassi obliges quickly with the winner.
We're at court 1 at the All England Club. The semifinals played today due to the rains of this week. The finals, both men's and women's, tomorrow. It's 3 o'clock live London time. Andre Agassi has won the opening set in this semifinal match with Pat Rafter of Australia. 7-5. They're on serve. 2-all, 30 love in the second set.
He's really hurt Rafter with that topspin lob. Couple on the backhand, now shows he can flick the forehand as well. Rafter just shaking his head, says that's too good. I hit a good volley, which he did. Agassi improvises quickly. You just cannot hit a shot any better than that.
And a break point, Agassi.
Deuce.
Like that one back.
That's the second chance he's had in the set. Already up 1 set to break Rafter.
That's second serve. Advantage Rafter.
Agassi clearly looking for the backhand there. Surprised. Forehand floated long on him.
Point 4-3-2.
Game Rafter.
With John McEnroe, Dick Enberg at court 1. Welcome back. Look at Agassi's performance thus far. Plus 16 winners over errors.
Now, he's played the cleaner mess, but remember, Rafter had 2 set points. This could be a totally different story, but to me, Agassi clearly with the momentum now, a critical time for Rafter. He doesn't want to get down 2 sets here.
Agassi up a set, serves 2-3.
If he's got it in him, and I'm not sure he does, he needs to try to pick up his level of play, and I mean Patrick Rafter right now, because Agassi's got some good zip on that serve, continues to do so.
124 miles an hour. That's good stuff.
It sure is. And even his second serve, he's not really doing much with Agassi's second serve, so that allows Agassi to confidently go after the first.
length of the match, one of the longest of the fortnight.
It was a great rally, and I really enjoyed it, Dick, but I'm trying to figure out what Rafter thinks he's trying to accomplish there other than give Agassi more confidence. He is not going to win a whole lot of points doing that.
It's been more typical of this Wimbledon than those in the past. We've had a lot of good baseline rallies. It hasn't all been serve and volley. I think that's delighted customers.
Agassi was breathing deep before that serve. Throws in the double. The weather, a factor there, Dick. The weather was good the week before the event and into the first week, so the court's firmed up nicely, which allows those baseliners like Mr. Agassi a real shot at succeeding while they stay back. That's not going to get it done.
3-all.
He's too confident to be hurt by that.
For over 22 years, Rolex has kept the official time at Wimbledon. As you can see, this match now 1 hour and 3 minutes old at 6 minutes past 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now 3:07 here in England. As we draw to the final matches of this '99 championship. It's been another terrific fortnight.
Looks to be having more success going out wide to Agassi's forehand like he did there.
15.
Number 7.
Yes.
30 low.
Tell you one thing that's very difficult is to maintain your composure when rockets are being fired back at you like Agassi does off the return. Rafter did a nice job there.
Agassi thought he had that one.
Well, that's what Rafter needs, some easy service games. Take some pressure off himself.
Game Rafter.
And his 8th ace, 4-3 on serve in the second.
Trumbull doesn't wear a watch. That's why State Farm offers its 24-hour Good Neighbor service from participating agents.
Hello, State Farm's Good Neighbor Service. This is Gina. How may I help you? Sure, I can help you with that.
So you can call your agent's office at any time, day or night, to start a claim, ask a question, and get the help you need.
Oh, dammi una casa dove il buffalo gira, dove I cervi stanno a giocar. Non si sentano mai una brutta parola e il cielo non fa oscuro mai.
Lincoln Navigator.
La campagna dove I cervi stanno a giocare.
Welcome back to the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club in London, and Andre Agassi 7-5, serves 3-4 in the second. And you don't often talk about Agassi in superlative terms regarding his service, but this is his 4th serving game of the set. He's allowed Rafter 1 point.
Well, that's a good percentage for Andre, up around 60%. And the key there, he's winning 2 out of 3 second serves, so he had that minor scare 15-40 set points. Other than that, it's been easy for him.
13.
Rafter can't believe he'd missed that forehand. Agassi looked like he was coming in backpedaled, and Rafter hit it long. almost jumped too soon.
A second point for Rafter in this entire set-off.
That was probably, Dick, the best approach shot he hit the entire match, right inside the baseline. That's what he needs to do.
And even that, barely getting up to deliver the winner. 30-15.
Let's second serve.
That's wide. Rafter tried so hard in that point. Really doubled up the effort and just says, please give me a break there. Throw me a bone. Did everything right, but it was well wide.
2 points for 4 all.
Game Agassi.
Classic case of taking your eye off the ball. Agassi levels the second set at 4 all.
4 games all.
Number 1 this year, Moya for a couple of weeks. Sampras for 5 weeks, including now. Kafelnikov. Then Sampras again. And Agassi Rafter after the winner of this match. It'll be the first time since they've been keeping rankings, the ATP, and that goes back some 26 years, that 4 different men will hold the number 1 status within a year. 4 all.
And we're only halfway there. He knew that was coming to the forehand. Wasn't surprised a bit. Rafter once again, virtually as soon as he's hit the serve, has got to try to hit a great volley from behind the service line. And that's where Agassi wants to see Rafter. Oh, that's too good. So perfectly timed. Pure.
Love 30.
Once again, Rafter thinks he's hit a good first serve, thinks he's hit a good volley. Not good enough. For most players, look at this. Now Agassi 11-0.
And 2 points from a break.
He had a real shot at that.
15-30.
Rafter just sliced that overhead back into play. Of course, Agassi was 8 feet behind the baseline. That is a tough shot for anyone to pull off. Talking about staying with it and hard work paying off. Well, there's an example right there. Rafter does well to hit his nice back, and Agassi literally slips, almost falls down, still keeps his eye on the ball. Rafter misses the overhead. I mean, did you notice that never once he took his eye off the ball, even as he was sliding on the grass courts? And he's got 2 break points, well deserved by Andre. Boy, that was a study in concentration.
And hustle. A much fitter Agassi this year.
Well, that was a big second serve, and he sure needed it.
The only break points of the entire set have been on Agassi's racket. He had a break point in Rafter's first game, then another in the 5th game of the set, and 2 here. 1 remaining, and then a chance to serve out the set.
Just when Rafter needed a bad hop, but a little extra juice on that kick serve, he got it. Agassi, for one of the few times in this match, appeared to be a little flat-footed there. But once again, a couple of big second serves that get him back to deuce at 4-all.
Three straight second serves, but Agassi unable to take advantage, and now a point for 5-4 Rafter.
Wonder if something happened to him there physically. Looked like he came up a little bit lame. That was an easy backhand volley error. One that he makes almost all the time. Feeling the pressure at 4-all deuce. Oh, well, the effort was there.
And Agassi making a great stretching backhand to force Rafter to the grass.
Rafter with the half volley, Agassi with the one-hander. He sees the opening. Rafter desperate, and certainly if not for lack of effort, misses that forehand volley, and Agassi with his third break point of this game.
Well, that would have been a spectacular point from Rafter. And again, Rafter able to deny 3 times here in this game.
It's one of the few times Agassi's looked tight. He is human. He's starting to wonder for a while after that French Open win. Mistake there.
His ability to be able to hold the shot until Rafter moved.
There really was nothing, Dick, on that second serve. He took it so early, he just placed it. And there's no chance for Rafter there from that position.
Break point number 4 for Agassi.
But he does, you're right, seem to hold the ball longer than anyone else in the game. Partly because he has such a short backswing.
Trying not to be discouraged, he smiles that one away. That's 6 break points in this set without converting.
Yeah, that's the type of shot he normally makes. He's clearly tight as well.
4th deuce of this long game. After a plague of missed first serves, giving Agassi some chances.
Sorry, Mike. Sorry, Mike. Bemuses the crowd.
No apologies from Agassi's end.
Advantage Agassi.
Break point number 5.
Andrew says, all right, just hit it like you're hitting on the deuce court. Just forget it's break point and you're about to go up 2 sets to love. Only 1 of 7 for Agassi. A bit surprising there.
Deuce. And he makes his first serve good there. Nine now for Rafter.
Advantage Rafter.
Well, he likes that serve up the middle, which Agassi's aware of. So if he can hit that one consistently out wide, that would open the door for him, make things a whole lot easier for Patrick. Having some success now at deuce court off Andre's forehand side.
This long 5-deuce game only his second game point. Agassi with all those break points. Agassi didn't rip that one. Almost a check swing.
You don't normally say it's a good idea to guide balls and just place them, but that's exactly what he did. He took it so early that he could afford to do that. Rafter unable to recover. That's not normally a recommended play, but with Agassi, anything goes. Yep. There's another case, Dick, where he held it that extra split second. Rafter leaning slightly to his left. Thinking it may go down the line, puts a little bit more weight on the left foot, and Agassi pulls it cross court for a winner.
6 breakers in this game for Agassi. Look how Agassi moves forward on the rhythm of the server.
Oh boy.
Off the top of the tape.
That was exactly what Agassi wanted. Not only that, Rafter was staying back.
That's a concession of sorts, isn't it? Staying back on his first serve. I think that's the first time the entire match.
Well, certainly one of the few times, that's for sure, and that's got to help Agassi's confidence, as if he needs confidence. Gets the let cord there. Rafter actually was a bit perturbed about 4 shots ago, a ball that clipped the back of the baseline. Once again, Agassi with break point.
Number 7. Well, that's 7 in this game, 9 in the set. And Rafter able to come up with a big shot each time.
That time he used an underutilized serve, which is into the body. Guys like to hit the aces, look at the IBM radar gun, see how hard they've served. He took a little off it, sliced it into the body, got the desired result there. Once again into the body, Agassi with the error.
The 21st point of this marathon game. And a point now for Rafter to move up 5-4. What a struggle, but what an effort by Rafter, denying Agassi all those chances that remain on serve.
Hi, I'm here for Tisha.
Girls, your date is here.
Wherever we go, whatever we do, we're gonna go through it together. We may not go far, but sure
I'll call you guys.
wherever we are, it's together. Yeah.
In a situation like this, there are certain things you could use. But nothing else matters unless you have what you need most. That's why 4 out of 5 of the world's largest companies rely on CompuWare. What do you need most? CompuWare, people and software for business applications.
Back at Wimbledon, the men's and women's semifinals on this Saturday. Both finals will be played tomorrow. Only the second time in history the ladies' final played on Sunday. That happened 10 years ago. Graf beat Navratilova.
Thank you.
And Agassi will wonder about his disposition after 7 chances to break Rafter, serving 4-5 to stay in the set.
It's a major boost for Rafter. Agassi starts off the next game with the double, and this is where Rafter right here needs to pick it up, try to level this match at 1 set all. He's there. Points. Rafter throwing up the lob over Agassi. Look how quickly he adjusted there. That was a tricky shot. Beautiful drop volley. Down low, up, move the racket up a couple feet. Love 32 points from leveling this match when it appeared he could have been down and out. How quickly things change. Not yet, says Agassi.
But Rafter showing his tremendous athletic skill.
And he certainly did the right thing, chipping and charging, putting some pressure on Agassi. Agassi had to really come up with something special to win that point. He's got that racket back nice and early. It's always a good play on grass or clay in particular. Go behind your opponent. Gets the first serve on the line, 30 all.
30.
2 points from a tie break to decide the second set. Check that. 4-5. There's that lob. And it works again.
It's been amazing with that lob. And believe me, that's not easy. Pulled that shot off. Agassi from love 30. Well done. 40-30. Point for 5 all.
You could hear Rafter grunting and grinding, trying to stay with those ground strokes, but Agassi digs out a love 30. It's 5 all.
He's breathing heavy, Dick, and I think if he doesn't win the second set, he can forget about this match. So this is a critical time for Rafter right now. Take a look at the best records on the ATP Tour this year. Agassi, not surprisingly, with that big win in Paris, #1. Todd Martin, quite a good percentage. Sampras, who they claim is having a horrible year, at #3. Kierton with the most wins so far this year at 36. Rafter, I'm sure, realizes he's got to win this second set if he wants any real hope. Big first serve, 15 love.
Rafter, by the way, this year has won 28 and lost 12.
Rafter had a really poor run for a while, losing first or second round in 4 or 5 straight tournaments, and that's hard to believe when you look at a guy like Rafter, now currently at #2 in the world.
That looked to be a tired volley.
Well, if you let the ball drop below the net, it makes it a tougher volley. Got to hit up. And that's what Rafter did there. And you're right, he's moved a little sluggishly to that ball. made the point a lot more entertaining. He had an easy forehand where he hit it right back to Agassi. He made this point competitive, and he ended up getting a break here. The ball hitting the net. Nice improvisation once again by Patrick Rafter. The racket like a little wand there.
And he holds. It's 6-5 on serve in the second set. Agassi won the opener.
CNBC announces an expanded business center. 1 full hour with Ron Insana and Sue Herrera. CNBC's Business Center, the final word from Wall Street.
Only West, Channel 2 puts you in the driver's seat and buckles you up for the fastest, longest, ultimate thrill ride. The new Test Track only at Epcot. Send a postcard with your name, address, and phone number to Test Track at this address. 2 winners will receive grand prize packages consisting of 4 tickets to Epcot and accompanying rides with News Channel 2 Sports Director Mark Middleton, as well as dinner for 4 with Mark at one of Epcot's World Showcase restaurants. Do you have what it takes?
I'm Pete Conrad, former astronaut and mission commander of Apollo 12, the second mission to the moon. Did you know that when you buy a Challenger license plate, you help fund space education and technical training for Florida's teachers to take back to their students, our children? Who knows? Maybe one of our kids will become the first explorer to take a step on Mars. For more information, contact your local tag office and help launch the future by purchasing a Challenger license plate.
News Channel 2 Sunrise, now starting at 5 a.m.
It's been a perilous set for Pat Rafter. 9 break points against his serve, but he's been able to deny Andre Agassi, who now serves at 5-6.
We've seen that before today. Agassi with that first serve out wide, opens the court up, forehand winner. Well left by Andre, so that means Rafter, as far as I know, hasn't hit 1 backhand winner and only 2 forehand winners. Agassi dominating in those categories.
And he's allowed John only 4 points on his serve this entire set.
Yeah, I love that shot. Agassi's got the best in the business, that backhand overhead. So strong. Look, these guys are strong individuals. Agassi continuing to have an easy time on his serve. That's a pretty good percentage. 7 out of 8. Get the job done.
Yeah, rewarded the times he's come to the net.
He picks his spots.
And almost a concession from Rafter on that. They're in a tiebreak.
6 games all, second set tiebreak.
After trying to stretch those legs out.
Agassi, career at Wimbledon under 500. Rafter 12 and 8.
Neither one particularly scintillating there.
Thank you. Rafter.
Just enough of pace on that volley to cause Agassi to catch it late.
Rafter knows if he could pull it out in this tiebreak and even this match at a set all, that he's really done some terrific stuff considering the pressure he's been under on his serve.
Boy, he got lucky there, Agassi. Serve volleyed. Did the old women's move when he decided to scoot back to the baseline, and Rafter just dumped the approach in the net.
You're watching this live from London. Breakfast at Wimbledon. 6 more hours tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern.
Took his eye off the ball. Agassi at 2-1.
2-1. Agassi.
There's the first mini break. It goes to Agassi. Agassi playing a man who was engaged in 3 tie breaks yesterday against Todd Martin. He won 2 of the 3 and beat Martin in 4 very difficult sets.
And withdrew from the doubles to give himself a chance, at least against Agassi here in the semis. That type of shot, you're almost sure that your opponent's going to guess one way or the other, so it is an effective play to go right back up the middle.
Change ends. Agassi leads 4 points to 2.
Fabulous composure by Agassi. He waits and he waits. See, there's a deep ball, but he just says, I'll hit back deeper. And then he takes a good whack at that approach shot. And once again, I love that high backhand volley that Andre possesses.
Did a good job of covering the line.
Switch sides now. Agassi got one more serve at 4-2. Looking to put a stranglehold on this semifinal match. That's too good, Rafter. That's the first one. Couldn't have come at a better time.
Oh, he wins the mini break back. It's 4-3.
Here's the key shot here. He kept this low, forced Agassi to hit up. There wasn't a lot on the volley. Agassi forgot to cover the line that time. It's still by far the best backhand Rafter's hit today. Sooner than he could feel good about that previous backhand. Agassi comes up with the big return. And he finds himself in a hole once again.
Oh, how quickly he seemed to hit that ball almost on a half volley.
Believe me, he did hit it like that. That's what the scary thing is. He actually is hitting it that early.
And Agassi with 2 serves could win it on this exchange.
Agassi.
Destroyed that.
And with it, 2 set points for a 2-set lead.
But remember, that's a good percentage shot. That's the low part of the net. He loves to hit that shot, so that is not like he's just going for broke there. Playing within himself, a couple set points to take a commanding 2 sets to love lead. Rafter needs to get in on this second serve. Yep, and he paid off for him. Agassi passing shot a little long.
Agassi.
1 set point gone. Chip charge as expected. Agassi's got it lined up. It just floats about a foot long.
Well, the mini break back, but another set point for Agassi. Rafter serving. What a return, and with it, Agassi leads 2-0. 7 points to 5 in the tiebreak.
My brother's son said he had an idea that would make us rich.
That funny-looking kid said that.
Said we can use the internet.
The internet? We ain't selling books, we're selling feed, and we already sell every ranch in the county.
Harlan, you ever been outside the county? Well?
Give me a minute, I'm thinking.
We can help you see things from every angle, because the fresher the thinking, the fresher the cheese. Ernst & Young, from thought to finish.
So Andre Agassi, 7-5, 7-6, leads by 2 sets over Pat Rafter in the battle to get into the Wimbledon final for the second time in his career. He won in '92. Has not appeared as a finalist since. He's been in 4 other finals to lose, twice in the French, twice in the U.S. Open. And of course, is well documented as won each of the 4 majors, the 5th man in history to accomplish that rare feat.
Even better news, he gets to serve first in the 3rd set. Put immediate pressure on Rafter. Totally mishit that, didn't hit a string, but still hit a winner.
15.
This is what he needs to do more of. Just get into net. Force Agassi to hit great passing shots. He's going to hit his share, that's for sure. Got a break there. He's not going to beat Agassi from the back of the court. Wow. So much for my comment.
15-30.
Well, I believe in the long term. He won't beat Agassi from the back of the court. Wins that rally.
In his career, Rafter has rallied 4 times from 2 sets down to win, but never in such a big occasion as this one. At the U.S. French and Wimbledon first round, he's been able to dig out of love 2 in sets.
Such incredible technique, though. He's got his feet in place. He's got that racket back nice and early. Sizes up where Rafter is. Sees the opening down the line. Commits to the stroke. Great job by Agassi.
Not a bad approach at all by Rafter.
No, not quite enough juice on it. If he had a little bit more on it, would have skidded a little bit, made it tougher for Andre. Big serve at 30 all.
14-30. Game Agassi.
And with the ace, Agassi holds to open the 3rd set. Agassi leads by 2 sets.
It's the same in the automotive world as it is in the world of fashion. There are lots of models, but very few supermodels. Presenting the stylish luxury and race-inspired performance of the 1999 CL from Acura.
What would you do with a crystal face hand-polished to withstand 2 tons of unadulterated pressure? What would you do with a tachymetric scale so precise it can survive 240-degree heat? What would you do with the world-renowned Alpha Expedition timepiece? Well, you'd probably just use it to tell time. And at $6,500, that watch could cost you over $30,000 in retirement savings. We just thought you should know. Ask a financial advisor about Sun America, retirement specialist.
Welcome back to court 1. Agassi leading Pat Rafter by 2 sets, and it's Rafter serving love 1 in the 3rd. Red, white, and blue, and that could be for the U.S., England, or Australia.
I think it's going for the U.S. It's got Andre shirt.
Oh, I didn't see that part. So a lot of fans here.
Tomorrow, the big 4th of July finals in both men's and women's. Could be a great day for the Americans.
Lindsay Davenport has assured her place in the women's final. Agassi and Sampras battling to make it an All-American final.
Looked like he tricked Rafter, like he had given up on the point. Suddenly got himself back in position. Rafter hit it just where he wanted. Look at this here. Looked like he may have given up on the point until Rafter hit it right back to him. He said, okay, I'll take it. Winner up the line. That's going to float long, love 30. This could be it for Rafter here. He better get with it. Agassi looks the fresher of the two physically. It's hard to imagine he could come back now. Needs a lot of those easy free points off the first serve.
Both men have very successful charitable foundations giving millions of dollars to worthy charities. High marks in that regard. Oh.
No.
That's too easy for Rafter to miss, and now Agassi with 2 break points, and Rafter very unhappy with himself.
And that is it's going to get him tossed out of here in the semis. Agassi is going to take advantage of that. Now a couple break points at 15-40. Yep.
And another missed volley, and Agassi leads 2-love in the 3rd, up 2 sets. And a disheartened Pat Rafter heads back to the baseline. Agassi looks as if he's barely broken a sweat.
He looks fantastic. I mean, I must say, he's so full of confidence. I like the shaven look better than the beard he was growing at the French. Looking awfully good out there. 2 sets in the love and a break, and he's hitting aces. So
his serving has been phenomenal. Not considered his strength, but certainly in this championship, especially today in the semifinals, he's been tough to beat from that service line.
One of the rare times that he wasn't ready to hit that next shot, and he paid for it.
He thought Rafter's return was going to float long, hit the baseline.
No, total miss hit there. Took his eye off the ball, dumped it in the middle of the net.
But the big difference, it's even apparent from long range, isn't it, John? The power of the ground strokes. Rafter slicing back and not a lot of punch on his. And every ball from Agassi's end has some real velocity on it.
Sometimes it's difficult to pick that up on the TV, but in this case, you really notice a difference. Finally got some zip on that forehand.
30-all.
Once again, if you notice, he didn't need to take a big backswing to get some power. Torquing those hips, getting the body weight moving forward, did the job.
Once
again. Boy, if he's in a mode like this, write him into the finals right now.
A point down for a 3-love lead, already up 2 sets.
Game Agassi.
Andre Agassi in command in this semifinal.
Oh, dammi una casa dove il buffalo gira, dove i cervi stanno a giocar. Non si sentano mai una brutta parola e il cielo non fa oscuro mai.
Lincoln Navigator.
Campagna dove i cervi stanno a giocare.
We go more places than any airline in the world. Rising is global.
The Championships, Wimbledon, brought to you by Lincoln, American Luxury, by Ernst & Young, from thought to finish, and by IBM. Are you ready for e-business?
And we welcome you back to Court 1 here at Wimbledon, and Pat Rafter battling for his Wimbledon life, down 2 sets and down a break here in the third. 11,500 jammed into this new facility at Wimbledon.
That was a tired looking serve there. Missed that by a mile. Obviously needs to hold serve here. You can forget about it. Pretty much forget about it already, but it is only 1 break, so if you can sneak that break back, make Agassi think a little bit, you never know. But clearly Agassi in the driver's seat right now. Easy game for Rafter. He sure desperately needed one.
14.
Game Rafter.
And at love, Rafter does have his first game of this third set. It's 3-1. A reminder, our WNBA coverage continues later today. Highly anticipated matchup, New York Liberty and Houston Comets. Teresa Weatherspoon and the Liberty are looking to take their game to a new level, win a first WNBA championship. Cynthia Cooper and the Houston Comets stand in the way. Liberty, Comets today at 2 Eastern here on NBC. Agassi serves 3-1 in the third. Won the first set 7-5 and 7 points to 5. Took the second set in a tiebreak.
Sure got down nice and low for that backhand pass. Ripped it cross court. Rafter nowhere near it.
One of the few times in this match that Rafter dictated. He had Agassi going side to side.
It certainly is one of the few times. I still don't think that's a winning formula for Rafter. Perhaps feeling a little heavy in the legs. He just doesn't feel he can move well enough to chip charge on a consistent basis. He's forced to stay back more.
Oh, good return.
Yeah, this is just what the doctor ordered for Rafter. Trying to find his way back into this match.
A little opening here at 15:30.
For Rafter, this is a pretty big one. Needs to get right back in this match. There's the big Agassi serve. We need another free point.
3-1, 30-all. Agassi leads by 2 sets. Another backcourt exchange, and Agassi with a winning reply. Blessing the air.
That's at least what I would expect when they play a long backcourt rally. Agassi's got too much confidence, too much pace. He seems a step ahead of Rafter.
A point for 4-1 in the third.
In addition, he's making Rafter run more than he's running, so even if this match progressed into a 4-set, Rafter will be fatiguing.
And another big first serve from Andre Agassi. He's 2 games from the finals of Wimbledon.
With AT&T, there are so many ways to communicate, and now, one powerful way to control it all. Introducing AT&T Personal Network, now with AT&T Online Customer Service. Sign up at att.com to bring together your calling card calls, wireless calls, and long-distance calls from home for just 10 cents a minute. And with AT&T Online Customer Service, you're in control of every part of your AT&T account online. Get AT&T Personal Network at the power of E. Sign up at att.com or call.
Where will you be when the millennium turns? Your dreams change. So have we. Now Dean Witter and Morgan Stanley have joined to provide a world of investment advice on a personal level. The world will change, but at Morgan Stanley Dean Witter, we will always measure success, one investor at a time.
We're back live at Wimbledon. Approaching 4 o'clock London time, and Andre Agassi, the number 4 seed, fresh from his French Open championship, is now 2 games from the Wimbledon finals tomorrow. He leads 4-1 here in the third as Rafter serves. In the second semi-final, it's the top British hope, Tim Henman, and the defending champion, Pete Sampras. We'll have that for you after the conclusion of this semi. Well, that's well done by Rafter. Handled another sizzling return off the racket of Agassi.
Certainly given it his best effort, Dick, and that is commendable. You hear him grunting and desperate to try to find a way back in this match. I think he's dug himself too big a hole. He's had to work hard just to win these first 2 points of the service game, down 1-4. Maybe that one a little too easy for him.
30-15.
Even at net, you don't want to run through those volleys. Wide open court, clips the tape. And a full stretch forehand volley takes Patrick to 40-15.
But again, it's just remarkable to see Agassi, how quickly he gets to the ball.
Game
Rafter, good service game. It's 4-2 Agassi. Rafter from a big family in Queensland, Australia, of 9, and family of restaurateurs. They have 4 restaurants near Brisbane. He's very popular with the players and certainly with the fans. He and Agassi would have to rate right up there with anyone around the world in their popularity. That was a good defensive lob.
That's when you're in the zone. When you take a ball on the baseline, hit an overhead for a winner. Never any question he was going to go after this. No, he fooled himself there. He took his racket back. He wanted to hit the top spin deep. Then he saw Agassi back, but once you've committed to that, very difficult to change your mind. Agassi, classic scoop forehand from the baseline. Got a bit of a break there.
It's long, and Agassi now is 5 points from victory. It's worth repeating that Agassi 2 years ago almost down and out. He was 141st in the world and really struggling, not in shape. Didn't have his heart in the game, and decided that the siesta was over, as he put it. Started training vigorously. And the rewards are coming in 1999. The French Open title, and now he's one game away from the Wimbledon final.
Why do I have Aflac insurance on top of my regular health insurance? Because she throws like a boy and dances like an angel. Because we've shared the same heartbeat. And because Aflac helps cover what other insurance doesn't. If I'm sick, Aflac even provides cash to help pay bills. So why do I have Aflac? Because I have her. Aflac supplemental insurance. Without it, no insurance is complete.
Wimbledon, moving forward into the next millennium. The new stadium continues the tradition of excellence and attention to detail. And the Wimbledon collection by Racket Club brings classic tradition right up to date. Available in the finest stores in America.
Crowd at court 1 cheering both men back to action as Pat Rafter serves to stay in the match at 2-5. Going to have to get a new book of adjectives, John McEnroe, for Andre Agassi. We used a lot of them in Paris, and he just continued to play at such a high level. Almost backdoored that one.
He is. This is a remarkable story. I mean, this is amazing. Win the French. Takes off right where he leaves off there, and now he's a game away from the finals of Wimbledon. You know what scares now? You're sort of expecting it. Well, I guess he's playing the best of his life. A month ago, he would have been happy, would have appeared to win rounds in Paris.
Look at this service return again. At age 29, 15. He has redesigned a career, and it's aimed at #1.
It sure is.
all. Inordinate number of errors at the net from Rafter. In part, the great returns of Agassi, but he does look tired, doesn't he?
He looks tired. He's looked tired for 2-3 days. He cramped in the doubles. He looked fatigued against Todd Martin, particularly at the end of their match. And now mentally, it's got to be difficult for him to stay eager at this point. He's getting dominated by Agassi. There's 2 match points. Andre about ready to move into his second Wimbledon final.
7 years ago, he won it. That was a major surprise. No one thought Wimbledon would be the first of his major conquests.
Let's listen.
There it is.
Agassi.
A Saturday picnic in the Wimbledon Park for Andre Agassi in straight sets.
7-6,
7-5, 7-6, 6-2. Patrick Rafter's best ever Wimbledon ends in this semifinal round. And Agassi, with his four-corner bow, is in the finals. He'll be there as the #1 player in the world.
All we need is Sampras. We got the All-American final, the double. Agassi is continuing to look awesome.
Will the 4th of July feature 2 Americans on center court Wimbledon? We'll see about Pete Sampras, as once again Agassi forces Rafter into a position to make a tough shot, and he does not deliver. Agassi, what an incredible 4 weeks he has had in Europe. And his opponent in the finals tomorrow, will it be Pete Sampras or Great Britain's hope, Tim Henman? The answer after our Sun America update and this commercial.